Hi guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am super excited for, whoever joins this live broadcast as well as whoever watches the replay. I am Megan Lee, distributor for It Works Global, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about, the the excuses that we tell ourselves, and kind of, the number one that I hear so many times from so many people that I talk with about the business is that I'm not a salesperson. And the reason why that one is a big one that we hear so often is because people honestly think this business is about selling. They haven't had the foresight or, the training or even talk with someone to see that this business is so much more than just selling someone a product or a dream. It's more about, building up relationships, finding what works for you, and then realizing that all you're doing is sharing something amazing that you have found. And I'll take myself for example. When I first found this business and really decided that this was something for me, which was 2 years in the making. And this is why I know exactly where you're coming from when I say you're making excuses, because I was that person. So for 2 years, I decided this was not for me. I'm not a salesperson. Those businesses, that's just not my thing. That's not what I want for myself. Not knowing what I wanted for myself. And when I found my hair, skin, and nails, which gave me my edges, yes, the ultimate edge control. That's when I realized I am not the only person suffering with this issue. I knew 10 other moms who had babies around the same time that I had my daughter. So I know that there is some hair loss going on. I also knew people just in general who needed to grow their hair back, who even just wanted to grow longer hair, who were in the natural transition stage and, didn't want to go through the itty bitty fro stage, or wanted to make sure that stage went by as quick as possible. So when I found It Works, I first found the product that I knew would work for me. And then I realized that I could make money from just telling people about something that I could have amazing results with. And so when you say you're not a salesperson, it's because you think that it has to be the sham wow guy or the used car salesman guy, instead of you generally just sitting down, talking with people and becoming friends and finding out what they need. And whether or not you have something for them, you have become that confidant that they can come to and talk with. So, are you ready to become that person that is the giver, and that person who is giving hope, that person who is, giving an amazing product that can actually change people's lives? Who knew that a wrap could change someone's life? But it has countless times over and over again. When we throw up before and afters, those are not just, hey, buy my product. Those are real women and men who have seen amazing results and can't help but share. Those are men and women, mostly new moms or moms who are now sharing their results because the product is just so crazy. So when you think about, the bellies that you see on the screen, just know that there's a story attached to it. There's a struggle attached to it. And, most of us aren't salespeople. Even the top earners in this company are not salespeople. And they will tell you that they did not come from a sales background. They didn't, have that training or even want that kind of training to be the salesperson. So what makes this company different is because we are not pushing products. We are sharing our experiences. If you scroll through your timeline right now, what would you see? And even scrolling through your own feeds, what would you see? Have you talked about a new movie that you went to go see? Have you talked about a new experience, new makeup, new hair, new something? Think about the Starbucks new pink drink. How many people have you seen sporting that new drink? And not just the drink, but Starbucks in general. Now, think about how many people have seen your post and probably thought, I need to go get me some Starbucks. There's the money. That's why Starbucks doesn't have to have commercials, because they know their people are going to talk about Starbucks all the time. Think about, the new purse, the new shoes that you got. You got super excited about it and you wanted to share it with the world. You started taking countless selfies. You started making sure that your purse was shown, your shoes were kicked out, anything to draw notice to something new, something you were excited about. So that's how this business works. You get excited about something and you decide to share it with the world. Think about the food that you eat, the restaurants you go to. When I stayed in Miami, I will tell you, I did not know anyone. I didn't know whether or not they had a Papados or a Ruth Chris, anything like that. But what I did know is that my friends in Atlanta were always raving about those two restaurants, and I had to get to one. So when we moved to Dallas and I saw there was a Papados, not even 2 miles away from us, that became my new spot. Now, my friends do not get to cash in on that Papados referral. But if I tell you that my hair, skin, and nails grew my edges back and grew my hair 1.5 inches in 10 days, I can make money from that. And that's as simple as it is. Now, the flyer that you probably got and you probably seen shared along with this video is a picture from Snapchat. And everyone knows that same filter with the flower headband. That's the reason I got Snapchat. Now, I'll tell you, I probably saw about 50 million Snapchat posts that I could care less about. I didn't like the dog ears. I didn't like the rainbow, throw up, whatever it was. It turned me off. But when I saw the flower crown, I had to have Snapchat. I just had to have it. And that's where the money is. It's that one thing that you share that you finally connect with that person on. And you never know what it is. Snapchat probably would have never had me as a user if it wasn't for that one filter. And 10 of my friends showing me that filter in one day. There's the money. Now, let's talk about me, where I start from, and why I'm not a salesperson was a struggle for me and something that I really had to get over. I was in retail for about 5 years prior to me getting into It Works, thriving with a company that I absolutely loved and, showered us with gifts, was employee first. And I just didn't see anything better. I knew I was going to climb the ranks and do what I needed to do. So in me doing that, I had 5 years of experience of selling the hard stuff, because that's what we did. We sold storage and organization. We made sure people went home with the products that they needed and not just something that we were selling. So, I had that background of knowing how to talk to people, how to get people what they needed, and how to actually, navigate conversations. So when I got into this business, I didn't realize that that's not something that most people have. And at first I had to sit back and think, like, am I a salesperson? Is this something that, I truly excel at? Because I was excelling. I got top-notch reports whenever it came through for, performance reviews. And for the simple reason that I was the one who could talk to the more difficult customers. I was the one in the background making sure that systems were running correctly. I knew what I was doing and I could do it in every single facet. So, me going through those different things, I had to build a team of people who probably didn't have that experience, not even 1/10 of the experience that I had. And I struggled with that. I was like, how am I going to build a team of people who will feel comfortable sharing an experience, and they have never had the experiences I have? And this is where the beauty of this business comes in. It's the simple fact that I can take away all of my training and give it to my team. I can take away all my training and make them share people and not salespeople. Now, what I will say about the company that I was in, we got to, just like this company, enjoy 40% off discounts. That's almost half of what a regular person can purchase these products for. And for the simple reason, the company wanted me to fall in love with the things that they had. And that's exactly what I did. So when I talked to people who came into the store, they would fall in love with something and be excited about it because I was excited about it and I had, my own story to back it up. So that's the same thing that I take into this business. Why is it a successful thing for anyone who joins? For the simple fact that you find a product that you can fall in love with and then have a catalog to show everything else that we have. Because a lot of times people don't want to lose weight. People don't want to grow their hair. But maybe they want good skin. Maybe they like essential oils. Maybe they just want a better skin regimen. So if you know that you have had top-notch seller experiences with a product, and then you have 40 other products to show to someone, there's your money. Because you get excited about something and people know that the rest of the things have to be great. It's not just one. It's a whole bunch of things. So, the not being a salesperson isn't a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Because when you're not a salesperson, you can genuinely tell someone that you love a product and you can tell them why, and then you just go from there. And you don't have to be the pushy salesperson. You simply share. So then, number 2 on the list, not enough time. Now, legitimately, there are some busy people out there. And, me being a mom of two rambunctious people, I know exactly what you mean when you say you don't have time, because, people are juggling 2 to 3 jobs, school, kids, husband, elderly family member. There's a lot of things that people deal with on a day-to-day. But the one thing that, separates the busy person from the truly busy is the simple fact that most are busy building someone else's dream. We are, hoping that we get paid what we're worth for building that dream, but most of the time we aren't. I love my husband with all of my heart, but I know that when he tells me he's excited because he can bring in a new team member at a lower cost because it helps him save on payroll, it breaks my heart. Because that person could be exceptional and, they're coming from a job where they may have been paid $7 an hour and now they're getting paid $10 an hour and they're happy about it. But what if you could pay $99 for something and in 5 months you could be getting $2,000, $3,000, sky's the limit on a monthly check? What if you could, take the $99 investment and flip it to getting unlimited $100 bonuses? And it's the time that you put into it. You're not driving somewhere, dropping your kids off, getting to a place with 4 walls where you're confined and stuck there for 8 hours for a $10 an hour check. And that's where the difference is. Most of us don't even realize that being busy is actually your ticket to freedom. So when you see yourself being busy, doing things and you're not sure how you can actually add something else to your plate, this is the ticket. You run across so many people in you being busy in those 2 and 3 different jobs that you have now a network of people who need to lose weight, people who want to grow their hair, people who want better skin, people who want, have any other host of issues that now need what you have. And so you being busy has now allowed you to 200-300 people that you can talk to every single day in your daily goings. This business isn't about, you having to find a way of a new going out of your way to build your business. This is about being where you are and making sure that you can talk to people about your business and do it with an excitement. You know, we scroll through Instagram and Facebook all the time. We'll share something, we'll make sure we copy something, and we'll put it up on our page. We'll post how we feel, but we don't see that those posts could actually be making you money. So what if you could share something that, you know, now opens up a window for someone else to get a product that you want? What if you could post something about how you feel, the fact that you were so tired, but you drank your energy drink, and now you have tons of energy? There's your money, because people are going to be like, well, what is she drinking to have this energy? But I know I just left her 10 minutes ago and she was like about to die. There's your money. Number 3, skeptical. What does that actually mean when people say that they're skeptical? You know, network marketing gets a bad rep because there are some shady businesses out there. There's some shady people. There's some people who tell you, hey, get rich quick, do this. You'll get $1,500 in your account tomorrow. Go get some people in the business, $500 per person. Hey, buy all this stuff and you'll get like $300 and let's just go. Well, that's not how this business works. You don't get paid for people. You get a commission check for your customers, and your business is about you helping people make money, helping people get these products. And that's how you build your check. If you're not helping people, you don't make money. But all you have to do is talk to people about these amazing products, and you can make money. There's no shady, there's no, you know, in between. You make money by helping people. And this business is led and ran by people who are deeply rooted in faith and spirituality. So there's your skepticism gone right there. You know, usually the skepticism that people hear and see and feel is going to be based on the other 4 reasons that I'm going to tell you about. You know, usually it's going to be, hey, I know people who didn't, you know, excel at the business, or I know people who didn't have, you know, the best of luck, or that product didn't work for them, or something like that. But most of the time, skepticism is kind of internal. You're scared, you have a little bit of fear, you're not sure how to, you know, gauge where you are. So you're skeptical. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Most of us are skeptical of something. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. So that's why I'm going to skip all over that and go to number 4. It didn't work for my friend. How many times have we thought about, hey, it didn't work for my friend, so obviously it's not going to work for me. But let's talk about this. Go back to school. Think about when you were in class and you guys were in a subject, you sucked at it and your friend excelled, or vice versa. You know, you did your paper and your friend is like, oh my God, did you have the answers to it? I can do it, whatever. How many times have you thought, you know, hey, it's just not gonna, it's not gonna be the thing for me. So, you know, you can go do it. Or even think about now, you and your friends go out. Do you guys drink the same thing? Probably not. And maybe you do. But then do you order the same food? No, probably not. So what works for you may not work for your friend. Same thing, what works for you may not work for your brother or your sister or your cousin. What's really cool is most of the time, I could tell you with 100% truth and fact that if it didn't work for your friend, she probably wasn't on our team. She probably didn't have access to the amazing leaders that we have. You know, if your friend tried the business and it didn't work for her, let's be truthful, she probably did not work the business the way she should have. You know, most of the time we think that we're working our business and we get caught up and overwhelmed and overworked by the thought of working our business. So we never do the simple things that actually build our business, which is just talk to people. Find out if they're even interested. We get worked up about whether or not they're going to say yes or no that we don't ask. And then our spirit just gets drained from us not asking. So there is the truth in it didn't work for my friend. Let's see. Working the business looks completely different from person to person. So, you know, I could throw a party, but my sister could, you know, host a virtual party on Facebook. I could do a live webinar where my sister can go talk to 10 people in a community center. I could do, you know, any host of things that can build my business, and it can look completely different from someone else. Why? Because, you know, there are different types of people out there and they connect in completely different ways. Then there's the McDonald's story, and I'm going to get comfortable with you. So one of our top earners in the company, one of the things that helped her build her business was remembering her own story. And so what is it? She found it was a mom sitting in McDonald's and, you know, feeding her kids, and she wasn't eating. So in her not eating, you know, a person could say, oh, I'm not going to, you know, go talk to, I'm not going to mess with that mom. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to, you know, mess with anything that, you know, has anything to do with her, because, you know, you don't want to inconvenience someone. So instead, she got over her fear. She got over her fear by simply saying, hey, would you be interested in hearing about this? And in her doing that, she introduced it to a mother who actually needed the extra funds. And doing that, she actually found her runner in the business, which helped her take her business to a completely different level. Why? Because she got over her fear. You know, you don't know who you may run into. You're not always with your friends. You're not always with your family. You don't always have the same circles as everyone. So that's why it didn't work for my friend is a horrible excuse to not make money. So then there's excuse number 5. There are too many people working the business, or I already know a lot of people working the business. So what does that actually look like? I started this business when I was in Dallas and probably ran into nobody working the business. I went to an event and saw tons of people working the business, and then found out that a lot of them are around in the same neighborhood that I am. I moved to Columbia, South Carolina, and there were so many people working the business. There was black, bling, and green everywhere. And I was like, how am I going to build my business? I wanted to change up the way I build my business. What am I going to do? Like, what help? Well, this is what I did. I went back to the basics. I went back to what I was doing before, but added in a little extra. What's really cool is that there's always social media. There are over 300 million people on Instagram right now. Active people on Instagram who are looking to buy stuff. That's why you now see ads all over Instagram, because people are buying from Instagram. The companies are now knowing that social media is where they're going to find their people, because people watch TV, but they don't watch commercials. People are now able to DVR things, fly through the commercials, and never even see these ads. Then think about Facebook. There's almost 500 million people on Facebook, active, not the scammy, spammy ones who, you know, put the raunchy stuff up on your page, but I mean like active people who use Facebook every single day to connect with family, friends, and everything like that. So if I know that that's that many people, and just in Columbia, South Carolina, there may be, what, like 2 million people here, if that, I don't know. Why focus on one city with a whole bunch of people working the business when I could just go back to social media and continue to build my business, which I was actually doing really good at. I just wanted to switch it up. But then I find people every single day who have not actually tried the product. They've heard of it, they've seen it on Facebook, but no one has ever actually approached them to say, hey, would you like to try this? Or would you like to make some extra money? We don't feel the inkling to reach out to the people when they say, hey, call me. Hey, I'm right here. I've got this stuff. So, you know, call me, text me, whatever. We still don't know that we have an invitation to open up and call people when we see that, even though we're really, really interested. So what do? We just hold back. We wait. And in holding back and in waiting, that's where your business is. Because these people are primed and ready to buy. They just need someone to talk to them. We still need that connection. Social media is just marketing. Social media is just the fun stuff. But we still need the connection. So that's why, you know, knowing that there's a lot of people that build their business, so what? There's a lot of people out there in the world, 7 billion to be exact. And we probably have a market of at least 2 billion of those people because we are in over 20 countries and we have access to them through social media. But we're only in 2% of households in just the US. So the growth is exponential. So don't say that, you know, there's people around here who work it, so I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to, you know, infringe on anyone else's business. You probably won't. There's a mom in Dill's basketball team who does the business. I just met her 3 weeks ago. She does not talk to any of the other moms about the business. So I know that I could go to any of the other moms and talk to them and say, hey, are you interested? And not be infringing. Because she builds her business online. And I know if I'm trying to do something different, I can build with the different moms on the team and I won't be stepping on any toes. There's your business right there. Then it goes to you. So how do you build a winning business? I already told you, joining the party is only $99. Think about what you spend $99 on. How many drinks will you spend tonight when you go to the club? How much did it cost to get in the club? How much will you spend on the food tonight at that nice swanky restaurant? Because I like nice and swanky, and we'll probably go there someplace like that tonight. But $99, and that's it. That gets you marketing materials. That gets you your website for the first 30 days. And then it's only $20 after that, a website that's ready to go with a back office. And then you'll have a free box of wraps. The stuff that comes in your kit is probably worth $100 to $200. But you're only getting it for $99. And then you'll have a free box of wraps to either use on yourself or make the money right back. So you're like, okay, I started this business, then what? Fall in love with a product. You won't feel like a salesperson if you fall in love with a product. You fall in love, you share your experience, you start being excited. There's your business. Share some pictures. There are tons of pictures of me all over my Instagram and Facebook pages. Me showing off my hair, skin, and nails, my cleanse, me loving my It Works Vital Core, the wraps, like any of that stuff. You just have to fall in love with one product and then share it with the world. So then you want to get your first 4 loyal customers. And you're like, okay, well, if I've never tried a product, how can I get customers? Because you're going to join a team with tons of testimonies. And then you're going to join with excitement. You're going to be like, look, I just started a business. Girl, we got these wraps on deck. We can go ahead and get these coins together. We can get this business going. You want to try something? And then you're building your business. You start getting people excited too. And it's like, girl, I wanted to try those wraps. And now you sell them? Perfect. Let me get them. Or, yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Let me go ahead and get that. You selling it? Why wouldn't I support you? There's your business right there. And then you want to go Ruby. And you're like, what is Ruby? It's you plus 5. You plus 5, building up a team, getting customers, and you will go Ruby. What do you get for that? First, when you help those new team members get their first 2 customers, you get a $100 bonus. Who don't want $100 for helping people get 2 customers? That's it. Then after that, you want to help them continue to get customers and help them continue to build their business. So what does that look like? You continuing to build your business. And when you do that, you're going to be going Ruby. Get you a nice $500 bonus for doing it in 2 calendar months. So if you start now, you actually have until August 31st to get that bonus, because June is almost done. So you got all of July and all of August. And then we got a cruise going on. So say you do your first 3 steps. Join the party, get your 4 loyal customers, and you go Ruby. And you do it all in a month. And then you help somebody else do it the next month. Well, at the end of July 31st, we're going to be calculating bonus points to see who gets on our 2nd annual It Works cruise. And you will be cruising the Bahamas in November, when everybody else is cold, wherever you're coming from, because you can build your business anywhere. You will be in the Bahamas, cruising and sipping it with top earners in the company. So the question is now to you. Are we going to drop these excuses, because I had pretty much all of them, or are we going to not? And I hope you choose the first one. Let's drop these excuses. Let's go ahead, build our business, and let's see what amazing things that you can do when you just say yes. I am Megan Lee. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys took notes, and I hope to see you on the other side.